ECSI fans, you want to revolutionize your sports investing habits? Allow me to tell you about WagerWire. WagerWire is an app that helps you become a superior bettor by allowing you to sync all your sports books and track all your bets in one place. See your current action, your betting history, and stats. You could also sign up for sports books and collect bonus offers. Follow them at WagerWire on X, as it's the best account on the platform. Head to App Store or Play Store now and search WagerWire and download the app.
Excuse me, Mr. DJ.
Hey, check this out. We got a great show coming your way.
How about that? Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Midday Market Report. I am Jeff Dawson, your host. Good friend and colleague, Mr. Andrew McInnis here, live to talk a quick recap on the Grey Cup, talk some NHL, and we'll get him on his way as he goes live in 17 minutes on Wage Talk Puck Time, so make sure you stay tuned there. Let's bring him in without further ado, Mr. Andrew McInnis. What's up, Andrew?
Mr. Jeff, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. You know, trying to wear 28 hats. This ain't working. That ain't working. Just let's go right to the meat and potatoes. ECSI on your show on Friday. 4 years in a row. 3 years, dog. Sprinkle some money line. Wasn't smelling it this year. Saskatchewan. Let's be honest. We were gifted as that touchdown as they were going in on the one, which would have brought the game over. That would have also most likely covered the spread. Not so fast. Big win for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I was happy to see it. As someone that was holding an under ticket and a Saskatchewan ticket, one play can really change the game. I do think there was the potential that we would have had a kick from a local boy from my neck of the woods to maybe get that cover back. Regardless, he did go one for two with his kick. So who knows what would have happened? But that fumble might have saved the game for us Saskatchewan bettors and the under bettors. We most certainly know that. But what a game, Jeff, and congrats to you. You called it, and you gave me the confidence that I needed because Montreal started to become everyone's darling all week, it seemed. You know, at first the number was pushed to 3.5 to 4. I even saw a couple books pop up a 4.5 number, which was shocking to see. But ultimately, Saskatchewan, they were the better team. They were. And it was led by a great quarterback who I think was very close to, if not nearly broke a record for the completion percentage in a Grey Cup. He was phenomenal. Trevor Harris. You know, Jeff, when you look at a quarterback like Harris, he's just not someone that's going to knock your socks off with the deep ball every play. He's going to just make the right decision. And that's exactly what he did all game, you know. And when you got a guy like A.J. Ouellette, who I've been pumping his tires all season long, you know, it really helps you. He averaged 6 yards per carry on the night. And not to mention his receiving yard prop was 11.5, and he had one reception for about 22 yards. So you got to love that. And the defense, it was an interception on Davis Alexander's first pass of the game, which makes a huge difference. And I think lastly, I'll just mention the hamstring for Davis Alexander. All week long, it might have been smoke screens getting put up by Alexander and by the Alouettes saying he's 100%, saying they're doing rehab every day and they're feeling better. It was evident that he was not himself. There was one play where he had to scramble where he looked in pain. In fact, he grabbed his leg at one point. So I think it was the right call in Saskatchewan. Obviously, we'll never know if that cover would have been there if that fumble didn't happen. But hey, the Riders win the Grey Cup for I think the first time in 13 years, is it something like that? So good for them to see that.
It was on this. I think it was the second to last drive. He re-aggravated it rushing, and he got the first down. He pulled it, and they had a kid warming up, and I was like, you got this close. I don't think. Actually, it might have even been the last drive. Excuse me. And he wasn't gonna be pulled from that game. Great game. I did have it on. As I had that on, and then I think I had the red zone on, so I had a mixture of both. Next year, a lot of changes to the CFL, structure of the field, length, this, that, the other thing, almost to the point where you start to have that gerbil spin, almost I'm not saying emulating the NFL, but what separated the CFL from the NFL looks like it's getting a lot closer now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, Jeff. Like the commissioner came out and he tried to say, like, in his press conference, like at one of the CFL Grey Cup like lead up events, like, oh no, we're still the Canadian game. We're still a 12-man lineup. We're still a, big field, whatever. But he did try to change a few things. I'm very curious from a betting perspective with our team totals and just with overs in general, how this shorter field and how some of these rules are now going to impact the totals. I mean, CFL had enough points as it was, Jeff, right? And I think it's very cool the way the field was designed. You got your own 40 or your own 50, and they've got their own 50, and there's the 55, right? That was unique to the CFL, where the goalposts were. That was unique to the CFL, but we'll be very interested to see what happens next season with it. But I'll tell you, I think that from a total perspective, starting off next season, we're going to see a lot more points, I think. And I'm not sure the bookmakers will react right away to it, but we might start seeing some wonky scores in the CFL, and teams that can't keep up, they're going to fall behind really early. I'll just say this. If you want your look ahead team for next year, the guy won the MVP of the league. It was kind of a runaway MVP, Nate Rourke. I think that it might be BC's time. I think Winnipeg's going downhill. Saskatchewan just won their Grey Cup. Maybe it's BC's time to get back in the Grey Cup. So maybe a little sprinkle on the BC Lions.
We talked backstage. ECSI VIP has been a slow start for us in the NHL. I just can't make up how we're losing. Whether the start of the year, we just can't get an empty net goal, or in the middle of the year, 2-goal leads, and next thing you know, 2-2 go to overtime, can't get there. Or the cherry on top was the other day, losing on a shorthanded goal in overtime. I just can't make this stuff up. And again, earlier this week, needed the empty net goal, and with 2 minutes to go, we get a penalty. So we're shorthanded. Can't make it up. Slow start, long way to go for us. What are your eyes seeing? Your Montreal Habs here. The R word is slowly slipped in, just a little here. Thoughts on your Habs?
Thoughts on the Habs, Jeff? Call me out. Feel free to call me out on this, but I am going to blame the injury bug a little bit, because this is a team that can't, and I will say this, they cannot deal with injuries. Like a good team, like the Dallas Stars, like the Avalanche, like the top of the top teams will be able to deal with injuries. The Montreal Canadiens aren't that team yet. You take away Caden Gooley, who was one of their best defensemen that seems to get injured every year. You take away Alex Newhook, take away Kirby Dach. And Jeff, you were talking about stuff that you just losing games you just can't make up. How about Kirby Dach just getting injured in ways you just can't make up? I mean, this guy, I feel so bad for him. He tore his ACL 2 years ago. Last year, he had an injury again with his knee. This year, he's working his ass off to be a good teammate. What does he do? He blocks a shot, fractures his foot. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. So, yeah, the injury bug is hurting them right now. But I'll tell you, the big answer is the goaltending. They're not getting one game that's getting bailed out by their goaltending right now. The fans wanted to run Montembeault out of the city. And now all of a sudden, Dobish has come back down to earth, and nobody knows who to cheer for. And now all of a sudden, we've got Fowler, the Boston College boy. He's down there in the AHL, and everyone's saying, hey, don't rush this guy. Let him develop in the AHL. So we'll see. One thing I'll mention is that fade the Montreal Canadiens against heavy teams, against aggressive teams. And, well, they've got the Capitals up on Thursday, and we know how that went for them in the playoffs. But LA Kings, Dallas Stars, Boston Bruins, physical teams cause them trouble. Teams that aren't physical, the Habs are doing very well against.
Hucks, props, and thoughts. 4 games on the docket. The last game of the night, the Boston Bruins traveled to Anaheim. In what world would we ever have thought the Anaheim Ducks minus 162 and get the Ducks, the Bruins plus 140. Carolina travels to Minnesota, about the same. Carolina minus 158. Calgary and Buffalo, this Calgary team can't score, and Buffalo gives up goals. We do know that. The Sabres minus 150, and Edmonton travels to Washington. Short number there. The Capitals minus 122. They're doing everything in their power to try to get some Edmonton money, but I've been staying far, far away from the Oilers.
Yeah, like this Oilers team, it's so weird because they're coming off that 5-1 loss against Buffalo, and a lot of times it's like, okay, we got a really good team off a loss. We want to get to the window right now with them. But how good are the Oilers? Nobody really knows how good this team really is. So it is kind of interesting to look at. And the Washington Capitals have a good home ice advantage long-term against this Oilers team. They've done very well at home. So I'm interested in the first period over 1.5. Play with caution. I've been very up and down this year with the first period overs. But I'm not sure the Oilers are going to come out on top in this one. But I do know the last time they got their butts kicked pretty bad, the next game they played was another over, was another fast-paced game. I can't see the Oilers say, all right, guys, we lost a lot. Let's go out and play a good 2-1 defensive game. It's just not who they are. It's just not who they are. And I'll tell you what, the Alexander Ovechkin effect is in play in this game. Head-to-head matchups, I love looking at them for my player props. Over 2.5 shots is minus 140 at FanDuel. It's the best number in the best book out there. 3.5, you can get a really, really good plus money price on that one. And of course, sprinkle on that goal prop. He has 11 shot attempts in 2 of his last 3 games against this Oilers team. He's got 5 shots, 6 shots, 8 shots. In one of the games he played against the Oilers over the last few years, he had 8 shots on goal. I can't explain it, but some of this head-to-head data, it just works. And for some reason, maybe it's the Ovechkin versus McDavid. He plays very well against this team. Jeff, one underdog I really do like tonight is the Minnesota Wild. Overnight was plus 130. We've seen a little bit of movement both directions. This is sort of that revenge spot. Earlier in the month, we saw the Hurricanes beat the Wild 4-3. The Wild are starting to play better hockey. They had a little bit of a hiccup against San Jose Sharks, but they responded after they were shut out in one of their games, and they shut out a team right after. This is a Wild team getting better. I trust them at home, and I think that revenge spot is certainly going to be a factor. And also on Monday, Carolina played their 3rd game in 4 nights against the Bees. Unfortunately, it didn't hit my team total for me, but they got the 3-1 win. Maybe this is the flat spot. Maybe not the 3 and 4 nights. Maybe this is the flat spot as their road trip continues. So live dog tonight. I do like the Wild, and I think you and I like that late night special on the Ducks. Quack, quack, quack. We'll see if they can get it done.
They know to follow you on McInnis picks, of course, at wagertalkwt.buzz/A&M. What do you have behind the paywall, Andrew?
Look, Jeff, right now we actually have a great deal going for the rest of the year. Full year special right now. If you buy it at my page, no coupon code, you go to wt.buzz/am, you're going to save $500. It works out to around $100, $125 a month. And inside that special, you'll get a 25% coupon to use on any package of your choice as well. So today we're advertising a long-term deal. If you guys want to jump on with me, you get NHL, you get CFL, you get MLB, you get NFL, college basketball, whatever it is, and everything that I release. So thanks so much, Jeff. We'll see you later.
All right, Andrew, you take care. Go follow Andrew, of course, and McInnis picks at wagertalkwt.buzz/A&M. Tomorrow morning at around 9:15, myself and Scotty Webb will be back. NCAAF, excuse me, in pocket plays, talk some NFL. Buffalo travels to Houston. 11 o'clock, Tyler Wyatt at Odds Culture at Tyler Wyatt Bets. 11:05, and at 11:30, of course, Mr. Matt Grissom at Grissom on X at NCAA Insiders, talking some SEC football and, of course, the Westgate Supercard. Everyone watching and listening both shows, thank you guys. Shout out to Nebraska, knows some stuff. Go Cornhuskers, go, and stay tuned.